there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And to my subscribers, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. If you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, go ahead and do so now. Put your positive energies into this Capella family and click on the notification bell so that you get notified as to when I put new readings out and to include when I go live. If you would like a personal reading or a coaching session, or if you would like to sign up for a 14-day free trial of one of my Capella memberships, check out the description box below or go to capellawellness.com. The memberships include entries into free drawings monthly. You get daily guidance videos. You get to directly chat with me on my mobile app. You get to meet some amazing people there and join a tighter knit group in that realm, I should say. All right. If you have any questions about anything at all, please don't feel hesitant to contact me. My information is in the description box below. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are well. I send you many blessings and much, much love, as I always do. All right, Aquarius, this is the last time I'm going to be doing a reading like this because I'm pretty much situated where God has transitioned me to for the time being, unless God's got other plans, because we are still in the middle of eclipse season and Mars retrograde. Mars has gone retrograde already, so it went retrograde on October 30th in the sign of Gemini. So, and I am Gemini's sun, so I know stuff's going to be happening. But anyway, I'm going to be doing readings differently for the month of November. So we're still going to be doing what you need to work on at this time and whatever other guidance Spirit gives us. But for those of you who've been watching me, I am changing up the readings again in November. I don't know yet because I have to meditate on that, but just expect that. I'm going to have more decks. I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing before. I just don't know what I'm going to be asking. All right. But it's going to be with more card decks and other things, right? I'll throw in back another love card, for you guys, because I know you guys like that stuff. But it is also important to understand the love piece too, because there are lessons in that. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who are new here, I don't normally conduct readings in this manner. I've done this because I went through some massive life changes, like Tower, Knight of Swords type of Wheel of Fortune energy in the past 2 months. So my guides wanted me to conserve my energy in preparation for those changes. And thank God that I did that, because I really had to be very strong to deal with what I was dealing with. So that's why I mentioned my readings are going to be changing up in November. So this is not necessarily what I always do for my channel, just so you know, for those who are new. All right, Aquarius, let's see what you need to work on this time. What does Aquarius need to work on at this time? Holy Spirit, guides, angels, galactic families, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What guidance do we have for Aquarius? Or what do they need to work on is what I said. We got a lot of water energy, Aquarius. We have the 5 of Ghosts and the 7 of Ghosts. This is 5 of Cups and 7 of Cups. Okay, so we've got some emotional things going on here. The bottom of the deck is the 6 of Pumpkins. It's the 6 of Pentacles. I just heard somebody feels guilty for not being able to give. That came out of left field. So that may resonate for someone. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For somebody else who's watching this, keep your unhealthy ego at the door and make sure you're honest with yourself in your situation. Okay? But I just heard that. All right. Okay, guys. That message was for somebody. Somebody feels really guilty. They feel remorseful because they can't give enough, or they're not being able to give. Maybe this is a financial thing where you want to give to other people, but you can't. Don't feel guilty about that for whoever this is for. Okay? There's some sort of clouded judgment here with the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups with regards to thinking that you need to do this all the time. There are other ways in which you can give, if this is a money thing for some of you, Or there's something about lack mentality where you're either not learning to receive, or you're giving too much of yourself, your time, your energy to other people. And it's actually blocking your abundance, and you're wanting to give to others who have been helping you. But apparently some of you are giving to things where you're not getting anything back. And it depends. It could be like your talent, right? Your energy, your time, whatever this is. It doesn't have to be money. So that could be for some of you. Others of you who are in one-sided connections, you're still giving, or you continue to give to somebody who's not really reciprocating what you're giving to them. All right. This could very well be you're dependent on seeking validation or seeking happiness by giving to others, right? You feel better when you are generous and kind. You feel better when you are giving up some of your own time to yourself to help other people, something like that. Be careful with that, Aquarius, if that's resonating with you, because you have to learn to receive. There's a big energy with the air signs, or at least, well, Libra got this energy where you have to learn to receive. I talked about the Ray LaMontagne song, I Was Born to Love You. You give because you want to. You don't give because you have to. You don't give because you're expecting something in return. This is you just like, what's it called in the Bible? The right hand does not know what the left hand is doing, right? It's like when they talk about in the Bible, the person goes to pray in quiet, in silence. They don't go out into the street and get on their knees so that everyone's like, oh, this person is a man of God. This person's really religious, or look at them, they're praying in the middle of the street, because you're wanting other people to see you in a way, see you in a light, when that's not necessary. It's necessary for you to do what is right based on what God wants you to do is right. Okay, this is not about people pleasing. It's not about, getting something in return, or maybe for some of you, doing all these things thinking that God's going to look at you like, oh, wow, look at everything that Aquarius is doing. But if God sees you're not giving to yourself first, you're not filling up your cup, you're not putting the candy in your bag first, then everything else that you're doing is actually, there's a word for this. It's like offsetting it, or it's canceling it out. Okay? Remember the law of reciprocity. This is also for others of you, what you put in is what you get back, but sometimes it comes to you in different ways. Not everybody has to be kind to you, Aquarius. Even if you're kind to others, they don't have to be kind to you. That's one thing that I learned the hard way, because what does it say? What was I taught? Do unto others as how they do unto you. Whatever. You guys know what that quote is. I know I messed it up, but you know what that is. But again, even if you're generous and kind to people, even if you're very giving, that doesn't necessarily mean that those people are going to be the same way to you, because it is not a requirement. Okay? So some of you need to better understand this. You may be dealing with somebody who's just giving you crumbs, as they say, but I like to say they're taking advantage of your energies. They're taking advantage of your time, your money, your kindness, your generosity. And they're doing that because, you keep giving to them, but they entice you with something, but because there's strings attached to this. Okay? Some of you may be getting an offer, a promotion, because Libra got this too, a gift where there are strings attached to it because this person is greedy. They want something from you. Okay? They're dependent on you to give them things, but they don't want to give things to you. That's almost like an energy vampire, or somebody who's like a mooch, right? Some of you be very careful with these energies, all right? There is some sort of sadness here with this. You're confused. You're like, wait a minute. I've done all of this good stuff. I've been kind. I've been generous. But why am I not getting it back? Well, it could be that you're getting it back in a different way. You're getting it back from different people, right? Kindness is always returned, but it's not always returned in the way that we think it will be returned, okay? There's others of you where you're sad and you're confused because you're disappointed. Oh, this is not what I had expected, because you're giving too much. Some of you, your energies are depleting. You feel a little bit emotionally empty, or there's too much sorrow in your heart because you're like, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this. This is sad. I wasn't sure that, I thought that this was going to give back to me. I thought I was, all my hard efforts, all of my, all the care that I've been giving, whatever, I thought it was going to be returned to me. But again, it can be returned to you in a different way, or it's because you're not giving to yourself. You're not learning to receive. And that's confusing you. Some of you, this could be a form of escapism, because there's something about this emotion. You're needing to feel emotionally validated. And I get it. Some people, they love to give. They love to help. But then nobody does anything for them, or rarely anybody does anything for them. But deep down inside, they're like, well, that sucks. I'm missing out. I'm without. But that's because that person's giving too much. There could even be an energy of somebody taking. Or maybe you're taking too much from others, Aquarius. Take, and take. You've got to give too. Everybody, this is about balance here, okay? It's about balance. So, this is going to be a big thing for some of you to understand the law of reciprocity here. Some of you get tempted because it's like, oh, well, I'll put this much money in. I'll do this for this person. I'll do that. And you continuously do it. But there's still a disappointment here. And you're like, wait a minute, that's not what was supposed to happen. Some of you may be listening to too much advice or guidance from other people. It's about what I talked about. Do unto others as they will do unto you, whatever that quote is, right? I got misguided by that one. Some of you are looking outside yourselves to find more of this balance, or you're confused about what you should give and what you shouldn't, or how much you should receive. Something like that. There's something about working with balance here, especially emotionally, because things that you do in the physical, it causes you to be off balance emotionally, because your heart gets affected by this. All right. And some of you may very well be listening to the outside world about these things, or getting guidance from somebody, and it's just like, I'm confused. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. There's another energy here for others of you where you stopped being kind and generous to someone because you gave so much, but without condition. Somebody judged you thinking that you were being that kind and generous. You were giving so many nice things to them. Maybe you gave them literal gifts, tangible gifts, and they thought that you had an ulterior motive. They thought that you were conditionally giving to them to get something from them. And that was not the case, because somebody else got confused. Oh, well,
this person, they're wanting something from me. So I'm not going to do that because I know there's a trick here. There's strings attached to this kindness, to these gifts. But like the Ray LaMontagne song I talked about, you or somebody else, but I think it's you, Aquarius, you were giving because you wanted to, because it was coming out of the goodness of your heart. You did not expect anything from this person or anyone. You didn't expect a damn thing. And this person's like, how was this person so kind and sweet? And then when you stopped giving to them, they're like, whoa, what happened? Because you probably stood up for yourself because you were disappointed. You're like, wow, this person's not even doing anything for me. They're not even appreciating my kindness. Sometimes this person gets all mad because of the nice gestures that you've done. And you said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm moving on. I'm going to take care of my emotions. I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to give to me. Right? This is a huge lesson for me, guys. You have no idea. This is an ancestral pattern in my family, especially with the women. Giving too much. God said, Jess, this needs to freaking stop. And I stopped it. Not just with my counterpart, but with so many other people. I learned how to set my boundaries. And I said, okay, I'll give some, but I will get some too. And I focused more on giving to myself, learning to receive. So somebody here got confused because they thought you had an ulterior motive, that there were strings attached to whatever it is that you were doing for them. And then you stopped. And it's like, oh, maybe they were really kind and generous, because this person dealt with people who bamboozled them. Oh, if you scratch I scratch your back, you should scratch mine. That type of thing. This person was always dealing with individuals who were faking their kindness. There was greed there. Maybe even taking their money. All right? Being greedy with money or something like that. They would give money. Oh, thanks, so-and-so. Oh, I need more help. I need more help. I need more help. I need more help. Dependence. And you kept giving and giving, and they kept taking advantage of you. It was one-sided. So that person dealt with that a lot. And then when they came up to you, they assumed you did the same thing. But then they realized, oh, they're not like that. They really gave because they wanted to. Because they were genuinely kind and generous. And this person regrets judging you for that, Aquarius. This person's very saddened by the fact that you gave them more than what other people were giving them. And it wasn't just gifts. It wasn't just the time and energy. You gave them unconditional love too. And you did things for them in the 3D world to show them that. And when you pulled away, they started to realize the truth of who you really are, that you were coming from a divine place. And this person has a lot of shame. There's a lot of regret here. They miss how you were treating them, and they regret how they mistreated you, how they took advantage of your kindness. They took advantage of everything that you gave to them, to include the unconditional love. You were actually seeing the divinity in this person. And you still do. But you pulled yourself away. Because you're like, well, no, I can't do this anymore. If this person's not valuing me because you were feeling undervalued by this person, and you're like, nope, I know my worth. If this person's not valuing me, they're not appreciating, accepting my kind gestures or whatever, then I'm done. It's exactly what I did with my counterpart, guys. It's exactly what I did. But it was a huge lesson for me. And I'm grateful for that, because everything else that happened after I did that, It saved me from a lot of sadness, grief, heartache. I was choosing the right cup. After that, I was making sure that I was balanced, that I was giving to me first before anybody else. So some of you, that's a big lesson with this person, if you're resonating with this. But there is somebody here who really regrets that. And this person's going to ask for forgiveness. And probably other people are telling this person, you are going to reconcile, you're going to go ask for forgiveness from this person? Yeah, right. Nobody's that forgiving. Be careful, okay? Now, this is you. You may be a cross-watcher for Aquarius, or you're watching all of my readings, because I know there's somebody here who watches every single reading of mine, regardless of their chart placements. I know that for a fact. If this is you, if you're resonating with this, whoever you are, stop listening to what everybody else is telling you about this person. Because you intuitively know, based on their actions, that they weren't doing this to get something from you. They never asked anything from you, and you know it. But the outside world or other people are saying, no, people aren't really that kind. There are kind people in the world. I am one of them. I just had to stop giving too much. There is such a thing as being overly generous and overly kind, Aquarius. I was one of those people. But I do give because I want to, and I will not change the way that I give to others, like how I do it. I have changed how often I do. That's the difference. And fives are about change, right? Accepting change. I had to accept that. Yeah, shit happens. I'm not crying over spilt milk. I just gotta change the way I give and receive. How often, mainly. The manner in which I do. Well, there is something, because sometimes I've given, the way that I give, it can be a little bit much. And I've realized I have to take it back, tone it down a little bit. Just a little bit. But there are times where I will do, I will go a little bit above and beyond. But it depends on the situation of the person. So let go of the emotional baggage. For those of you who are like, man, you guys are all about humanity. This is giving your time, talent, energy for the greater good of humanity, but not expecting anything back, as you're doing it for spirit and service, not for money, not for accolades, not for certifications, not for medals, not for whatever this is. It's for spirit and service. And God returns that back to you in many different ways. Okay? So when you're not getting that back, Aquarius, accept that and move on. Forgive those people who've wronged you. Forgive those who've taken advantage of you. Because at the end of the day, they're depleted of something. So they become codependent on others to try to fill that, not realizing what they're doing to the other person. Okay? Also forgive yourself for doing that. I had to do that for myself. I forgave myself for overdoing it and for not allowing me to receive. And there's no guilt and shame in doing that. Okay? There could be even a shiny object syndrome here with the Seven of Cups. Because there could be money for some of you guys. Oh, look at this shiny new thing. Look at this thing. Oh, I like this. This is great. This is new. It's different. Let me go buy it. Right? Or you would see something shiny and new for your kid, for somebody or something. It's like, oh, look at this. I'm going to get that for that person. I'm going to get that for this person. Oh, let me do this for that person. It doesn't have to be something tangible, guys. Again, it's time, energy, money, energy, something like that. Okay? Some of you need to see more clearly with what it is that you're doing. Understanding the law of reciprocity. But as I said, not everybody has to be kind to you, Aquarius. That is very hard for some of you to hear because you guys are the humanitarians. Be decisive. Decide on who you're going to give to and what you're going to give. Be selective. Okay? Give a little bit to some other people. Give to you. This is also tithing. Okay? Be selective with your tithing too. If God is not leading you to tithe or to give, to donate or something like that, then don't do it. God's not expecting you to deplete your bank account because, oh, this is what God wants me to do. No, that's not what he wants. I had to learn that too. Okay? Focus on choosing what is right for you. Don't get caught up on what everybody else is choosing, what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is saying. Follow God's guidance. All right? But there is somebody here. There's also regret for keeping themselves stuck in the past because of how they treated you. They've been procrastinating and coming forward to you to give back to you. They may have been having a gift for you for a while and they've been holding it. I don't know. I get Halloween. Yes, these are Halloween cards, but I'm looking. They're telling me Halloween. Something about Halloween is significant. Oh. Maybe somebody was offering to do something with you for Halloween or give you something on Halloween or whatever that was. Or you were doing that for them. And you probably got caught up in, you thought you were being tempted. Resisting temptation, something about temptation. Escapism. Because they assumed something of you. And they're regretting that. There's something about strings attached in temptation. And this person probably tried to give to you, but they were afraid if they did, you would be like, you would say something about it or judge them for it, or they would be like, oh, well, thanks. Now you got to do this for me, or something like that. Or they do it back to you and you got to do something for them. Somebody felt like they had to give something because of the past with somebody else. Oh, shoot, my dad's calling. Hold on. But anyway, some of you need to rectify this. And there is somebody who really wants to make something right. Wrong, right. Okay? Oh gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I'm in the middle of your reading. Let me get your guidance card real quick. Honestly, guys, I wanted to watch the Dolphins game because the Dolphins are playing Detroit. My counterpart happens to be a Detroit Lions fan. Last time I checked, the score was 27-23 Detroit. I'm like, holy shit, how did that happen? But my guides told me I needed to do the air signs because I didn't get the air signs done last week. So, mission first. And now my father's calling me, so I gotta try to, oh no, close out this reading. Oh my God. Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. The Three Fates, what comes around, goes around. Shallow Grave, you miss someone. See, somebody's missing you. Strange Valentine, love is strange. See what I mean? The Power of Three. Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. Marie's may be significant for you. A Clockwork Pumpkin, a wonderful idea. The aha moment. And Two Little Witches, magical space clearing time. You know what, guys? I'm being told to stop the video real quick. If you guys saw what cards came out, I will be right back. Here's the bottom of the deck, just in case. Strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. I will be right back. Okay, Aquarius, I'm back. It's kind of funny because I went to the door to see if my parents were trying to get in, and my ex-husband and my son were coming back from their outing, so I guess it worked out. But anyway, I got to get this done because we're supposed to go somewhere. My parents are coming back from church. But anyway, not that you guys need to know that. So I'm going to go through the divination meanings of these cards. Okay, so we have the three little witches. Make the mundane work for you. It's time to conduct a house clearing followed by a house blessing. Here is an easy pointer. New locations, either the smallest of changes for household objects or rearrangements of what goes where in your bedroom, or an entire move is very much on your mind when these twin witches show up with their brooms of power. If there's anything keeping you... Oh my gosh. Something got released there. If there's anything keeping you back from making the change, please make small, useful, and symbolic gestures. Shift the furniture and clear away what you no longer need. Whenever we make a change, we always rediscover stuff we've been hanging on to, stuff that's weighed us down without our even realizing it was there. Time for a space clear for you. So this was the energy about the shiny object syndrome, somebody about like buying things and then like giving to other people or something like that, or this can even be stuff for your home. All right. There's like buyer's remorse for somebody. I don't know where I got that from. A clockwork pumpkin. Excuse me. Ooh, turned right to it. One of those aha moments is about to happen when you are paid a visit by a pure spirit of inspiration who is delivering an incredible gift. There's the gift there. Somebody's got a gift for you, okay? You will be given an idea and vision and epiphany. Its source is the divine realm of heavenly ideas, and its time is now, and you are being chosen to bring it to life. It will work beautifully as long as you put the steps in place, one after the other, almost like clockwork. Despite the mechanical imagery, there is no mechanical ideal, although it will no doubt be very inventive, and it could concern a brilliant solution to a mechanical problem. It is sparkling, pure genius. Never forget that Thomas Edison dreamed the light bulb, so please don't doubt your intuitive self when it becomes a delivery system for this wonderful innovation that you are in charge of. Somebody's name here is Thomas. They always want me to say that when that comes up in this book. So if that's your name, this is definitely your reading. Not that it's not, if it's not your name, okay? So, oh, is that the end of the divination message? Yeah, that's the end for that clockwork pumpkin one. The aha moment. All right. Action must be taken immediately while the idea is fresh and new. No more procrastination. Follow the aha moment with action and watch amazing change in the form of abundance, creativity, and satisfaction that take place in your life. See, I said no more procrastinating. Somebody was regretful for procrastinating on something. I get, like I said, I have a feeling somebody here had a gift for you for a while and they just didn't give it to you. Oh gosh. I'm telling you guys, I start channeling and I start coughing more. There is gossip and intrigue around a person you admire and wish to be like in some way. This person has need of a true friend and not the need of an admirer. This card could come up when you experience jealousy and envy of those who you feel are undeservingly more successful and beloved than you are. The message is to focus on your own hard work and to create your own style. If you are the subject of such gossip, know you cannot control what is said about you. Live your life and move through this with grace. When Marie Masquerade comes up, there are some people around who want to befriend another, but simply for the influence. It is not coming from the heart. And despite her beauty and success, anyone in Marie's position needs true friends. Look inside and see if you have attempted to network instead of befriend. Know the difference. Do not keep false friends, fair weather friends. Be true to your own vision as opposed to what is currently fashionable and considered desirable. Creating rather than following. Oh gosh, they're here. Oh, da 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 da. Number 9. It's funny because I know my guides are testing me. Something that has just happened will happen twice, then 3 times. Something that has already happened twice will happen 1 more time. And something that has happened 3 times is now complete, finished. Farewell finally, but yes!
We're ready.
Okay, I need 5 minutes, please. Farewell finally by the three who are in charge of these strands of fate that repeat in threes till the lesson is learned. Love is strange. See what I was saying? Somebody thinks that somebody's like a unicorn. You may experience a massive surge in emotional energy and new romantic beginnings. So it's very likely you'll attract, encounter, or simply bump into someone who reawakens lost feelings inside you who may not be your type. Hooray! You'll wake up feeling bright, aware, dynamic, and sometimes feeling giddy with delight. This is very good news. Love is indeed strange and wonderful. Love doesn't always look like what we thought it would, right? That's why I was saying somebody is confused. How is this person so kind and sweet and generous? Shallow grave, you miss someone. 29. Sentimentality, holding on to the past, idealizing the past, refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, a move to a new town, a faded romance, parents who have divorced, or something you are convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again. Mourning for what was and what you feel should have been. That's 5 of Cups. That's mourning, it's sadness, very deep sadness, yet this experience has been of great value. It is time to move on and to place all of that to rest. Working with the element of earth is most beneficial when this card and fairy come to visit you. You may wish to plant a memory tree, something earthy and growing that changes to commemorate your lost love. As it grows and changes, you will heal, and memories will be sweet and sad, without bitterness and pain. The earth takes form and changes them, and then gives back to us what we let go of in new forms. It is time for you to stop hanging on so sadly to that which has long passed. Mourn and then come back to us ready to live again. The dried flower fairy is next. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun and uplifting times in your life, the kind that have no great significance historically, but in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did make a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honoring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved, and that transcendent feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. 26. My gosh, guys, you got a lot of cards today. 26. The 3 fates. You may have been enjoying your own life's reruns lately, wallowing through the memories and feeling sad, bittersweet, and nostalgic about the good old days, whenever they were exactly. You know what? It's fine to muse on the past. Your memories are precious and do need to be tended, but it's another thing altogether to be filled with regret, wishing you'd done things differently. Life is a constant do-over. You get a fresh chance every second you are alive, so stop beating yourself up. You have an opportunity to heal, to clear, to no longer feel sad about the same thing anymore. You can do things differently. You are not a prisoner of how they have always been done. What you have done, even if you judge it to be a mistake, can be reworked and learned from. That is its wisdom. You are not so alone. We all have karmic lessons, themes, stories that seem to repeat. Learn from this. Be aware of what is taking place as a faithful encounter to master life. If you take this approach, you'll be all the richer for learning, wise, free, and able to help others too. I just got a huge hit for myself. There's something about, I talked about the Miami-Detroit game. There's something significant to somebody about that. You're reminiscing about something. Somebody may have offered to watch that game with you a couple of years ago. Strangely lonely. One dilemma with living in a world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people intruding on it, disturbing the delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have or whatever you feel makes you you. The truth is, your inner world is richer than most, and it's an imaginative paradise or hell, depending on your state of mind. When you receive this card, please let go just a little and notice how this gives you room to interact and engage with loving others, and this therefore helps you recreate your world anew. It is likely you will choose carefully who you allow in, but at least one person does need to be let in, and at least one security blanket needs to be shown the door just for the moment. And when I look at security blankets, oh my God, somebody needs to let go of security blankets. Somebody needs to let go of baby blankets. There's something here, see, clearing your house, your space. You've got a lot of things and you're afraid to let go of those things from your kids, people who've given things to you that have a sentimental value. I don't know, that just came up out of nowhere. Okay? There's a strong energy with a security blanket or somebody's baby blanket or something, some memorable things that you feel sad because you can't let go of the past. You can't move on from those things. Trust me, guys, you have no idea how much stuff I had to let go to include things that belong to my son. Okay? It has to be done. You can keep some mementos, but not everything. You've got to make space for the new to come in. God's waiting for some of you to do that. For whoever who needs to hear that, that's a big message for somebody, okay? If you need help with that, talk to me. I can help you through that because I've done so much of that in the past year, especially the past 2 months, okay? So don't worry. You will be able to let go of that. Okay. All right, guys. I hope this reading helped you. If you would like a personal reading with me, coaching session, check out the description box below. Go to capellawellness.com. Check out the memberships, guys. They will benefit you greatly. It will also help support me as well. But this is more for you, not for me. Go to click on the Join Now button at capellawellness.com. If you have any questions about my memberships, please contact me. I don't bite. You can find me on my email address in the description, or if you have the mobile app, you can contact me there. All right, guys. All right, Aquarius, that concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.